we were all gathered over in that area this morning. Most of you were sitting in golf carts, standing actually, and a few of us were up there on that grassy knoll. And a wonderful woman here sang the national anthem. It's the first time I've heard the national anthem since my retirement ceremony on April 9th. And it was pretty powerful for me because I stood there and I looked out at 144 athletes that were all standing with their hats off, their hearts covered or at attention, and they were honoring our national anthem. So I want to thank every single one of you for touching that place in my heart and soul this morning. Hi everyone, I'm Ritter with Limitless Outdoors, U.S. Navy, and today for a $50 donation, you can attempt to make a putt with this custom Badlands prosthetic putter. Joel's going to demonstrate how easy it is right now.
Yeah.
Nice job, Joel. High five.
That was one hit. That was one.
Chris comes running at me through the dark and he's pulling his belt off of his waist as he slides up next to me on the ground. And I grabbed Chris by the shoulder and I looked him in the face and I asked him, I was like, Chris, is it really gone, man? And Chris looked at me and he's like, yeah, dude, it's gone. He's like, bro, it's gone. And everything that I had known in my life up to that point was on two legs. And I had accomplished everything that I'd ever wanted to do. And everything that I saw in my future, everything that I wanted to accomplish in my future, I had only known it on two legs. And immediately, everything in my body just gave up. I was done. It's like, it's over for me. And I looked at Chris and I literally said to him, just let me go, dude. And Chris looked at me and he's like, no way, man. He said, Aaron, if there's anybody that can overcome this, it's you, man. He's like, there's no way. And that very next moment, the switch did another 180. And I made the decision that no matter what happened after that point, I was going to overcome what I had just experienced. There's no way that I could be standing here today. There's no way that I could have accomplished what I've accomplished on active duty the last 9 years on a mental leg if it hasn't been for organizations like Paul's. And I'm brand new to Paul. I'm brand new to the House in the Woods, and I've reaped the benefits of some other incredible nonprofit organizations that have brought me to where I am today. And that's why I'm here today speaking on behalf of Paul. There's a lot of support in DoD for guys like me. There's a lot of support in each branch of service for guys like me. But how the military deals with guys like me is a lot different than how Paul and his organizations and the other men and women that he brings together. It's how we deal with each other that is more healing and more beneficial than any program DoD can offer me. And why is that? The biggest factor for me is trust. Because I deal with a lot of things every day. Most of my injuries that I had to deal with and recover from combat and deployments, they're not what you see. And most of you probably thought that I lost my leg in combat on active duty, which I'm very transparent and no, I did not. But I'm dealing with a lot of injuries that you can't see. I'm 50% blind in my right eye. I have traumatic brain injury. I have other injuries within me, depression and anxiety and PTSD that nobody can see. And a lot of those injuries, if I go to somebody in the military and start talking about some of the stuff that I deal with on a daily basis, suicide, it's a huge one, 22 a day, right? If it wasn't for organizations like Paul, and if it wasn't for my chocolate lab, I wouldn't be standing here today. I'd go to sleep every night with a gun on my headboard, and there was a 9-month period in my life where that gun wasn't on the headboard most nights of the week. And the reason why I powered through that period of time for me it wasn't because of the help that I was receiving from the Navy. It was because of nonprofit organizations like Paul's. You take somebody like Paul, who, by the way, has sacrificed more than I ever will. And with that said, do we have any other active duty members here? I don't care if it's active duty, regular active duty, or Army National Guard, reserves. Are there any other active duty members here today?
All of us. All of us.
Awesome. How many veterans are here today?
All of us.
Isn't that amazing? Do I have any spouses or parents or children here today of service members? We've got several in the back. Look at them here. Sacrifices that I will never ever experience. And Paul and his wife and their family, they've experienced greater loss and more sacrifice than anybody else here today. And they have come together and they've put together an organization to help guys like me and potentially somebody else standing out in this crowd. And they do it in a way that my military cannot afford to meet. When we walk into his lodge or any other organization that's built like Paul's, I come together with other people that I can connect with, I can open up to, that I can trust. And I can heal more and accomplish more in a 3-day period, a 5 or 7-day period, than I might in 6 months of therapy. Because I can connect with those individuals, they know how I feel, and I trust them. And I can let things out in the open that I might not with a professional.
Oh, you gotta hit the thing. That was right at it, too.
It's a little gift.
Who practiced?
That was a practice.
Yeah,
There was a father.
It's been great.
He's lining it up.
Oh, left side. Oh, you used
Lefty, I told you.
What size is that putt? Is that about a 9.5?
One time.
That's a 9.5, 10 right there.
Oh.
Hey, hold it. I gotta.
Look how embarrassing. Thank you. Really appreciate it.
Oh, he's going for a long shot. Corey.
You're too far away.
Yeah, that's.
Gotta give it a little more gas than you're used to.
You gotta get right on that
What?
tread.
Try again. Yeah.
more with the
Right on the edge of the tread on the side.
There you go.
Yeah, right there. Hold hard.
One more time.
No, you're
Potentially my limb.
He's gonna make it.
Yeah, baby. Get in there.
Oh, pretty good.
Nice shot.
That was a
It
good
is.
shot. That was a good shot.
Let's see the. That's actually pretty good.
No good. Don't choke.
Endless curiosity curls around my eyes as far as I can see. This is what it's like for me. And on your face is empathy. Pouring out your eyes is what you see in me. The future is our monastery. And I know that the